Between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m., your skin shifts its metabolism. Cell turnover accelerates, and the outer barrier enters an active repair state. Rather than coating the face in heavy synthetic overnight creams, we can take advantage of this specific biological window. To do that, we need two specific botanical agents. The first is pure aloe vera, which contains complex polysaccharides that actively rebuild the skin's lipid barrier. The second is beetroot, which provides a dense profile of phytochemicals and antioxidants. Looking at this technical breakdown of beetroot's biological effects, natural nitrates and betalains increase tissue oxygenation and neutralize oxidative damage. Scanning further up, these compounds promote vasodilation and increase blood flow. When applied topically, this feeds skin cells with elevated oxygen and nutrients. By bypassing synthetic fillers and delivering these raw, active compounds during the nocturnal repair window, we provide the specific materials the skin requires to drive its natural regeneration process. Step 1 is establishing our stabilization base. Extract exactly 2 teaspoons of 100% pure, unadulterated aloe vera gel into a sterile glass container. Next, we must introduce a lipid. Add half a teaspoon of sweet almond oil. The outer layer of your skin, the stratum corneum, relies on a highly specific lipid and protein structure to trap moisture. The almond oil provides the fatty acids necessary to repair any microscopic gaps in that barrier. Since we are combining an aqueous gel with a lipid oil, they will naturally resist blending. You need to forcefully mix the two components until they emulsify. Keep stirring until the clear and yellow liquids bind completely into a thick, opaque white cream. Raw formulations face an immediate threat from rapid oxidation. To prevent the almond oil from turning rancid, puncture a single vitamin E capsule and mix the liquid into the cream. This single ingredient acts as a targeted, natural preservative. This dual-action emulsion base is now stable. It has the chemical structure required to lock moisture into the skin, while simultaneously acting as a protective carrier to prevent the premature degradation of the active botanicals we will add next. Now we must introduce the active botanical payload. Measure out 4 to 5 teaspoons of highly concentrated extracted beetroot juice. If fresh juice isn't available, dissolved beetroot powder provides the same chemical profile. As the dark red juice is whipped into the stabilized white base, watch the chemical transformation. The elements rapidly bind, yielding a smooth pink matrix. Beetroot's vitamin C and betalains inhibit the tyrosinase enzyme, halting excess melanin production at its source to fade dark spots. Simultaneously, beneath the epidermis, these compounds stimulate fibroblast cells. As they synthesize fresh collagen, underlying fibers thicken, physically plumping fine lines from the inside out. Maintaining this exact botanical ratio delivers a high concentration of active betalains directly to the skin. Because these pigments are sensitive to light and air, this fresh preparation ensures they remain bioavailable before they can degrade. Because this formulation relies entirely on raw ingredients and completely lacks synthetic parabens, it is highly susceptible to rapid microbial contamination. To protect the formula, you must follow a strict environmental protocol. Immediately transfer the newly mixed gel into a completely sterilized, airtight glass container to block out ambient oxygen and airborne bacteria. The thermal requirements are equally strict. The gel must be stored in the refrigerator to halt bacterial proliferation. Even under these ideal cold conditions, its maximum active shelf life is capped at exactly 15 days. This thermal control provides an immediate physical advantage during application. The cold temperature of the refrigerated gel actively constricts facial capillaries on contact, instantly reducing topical inflammation and surface redness. Treating this topical formulation with the strict environmental controls of a perishable food guarantees that the organic compounds remain bioavailable and at peak potency for your skin. The absolute prerequisite for application is a thoroughly cleansed face. The skin must be completely stripped of all makeup and SPF residue, ensuring the active gel can penetrate the epidermis without interference. When dosing the treatment, use exactly a pea-sized amount. This specific volume provides adequate, even coverage without suffocating your pores or trapping excess moisture on the surface. To execute the transdermal technique, first warm the gel slightly between your fingertips. Then begin gently pressing it into the skin. Avoid any abrasive rubbing or dragging motions, which can cause micro tears in the compromised stratum corneum. Looking at this safety breakdown for beetroot, note the specific warning regarding allergic reactions. Because this protocol utilizes potent active botanicals, a strict 24-hour patch test on the inner arm or behind the ear is mandatory to rule out localized allergies before full facial application. Strictly executing this botanical protocol directly aligns with the skin's nocturnal metabolism. By delivering targeted nutrients during peak turnover hours, the formula supports the natural mechanisms of dermal regeneration.